Nissan just announced the second-generation all-electric Leaf. The company is now bringing it through a number of cities for people to get a first look. You can buy it this fall if you live in Japan. All 50 states in the U.S. will get it in early 2018. Now, because Elon Musk is the master of media, you gotta give him credit for that. A lot of people think that the Tesla Model S is the most popular electric car ever. No, that title goes to the Nissan Leaf. They've sold 283,000 copies worldwide.
More than 112,000 sold here in the U.S. So we continue to believe that we're going to be the global leader with EV sales.
Let's start with the styling. Leaf now looks less avant-garde. From the headlights to the profile, the silhouette is much more like a normal car. Is everybody going to the floating roof design? Sure seems like it. Since the 40-kilowatt lithium-ion battery is mounted in the floor, the trunk remains quite roomy, with some small undulations removed to make it more useful. Look closely at the grille. There's a neat 3D effect happening. Matt here, obviously an electric car enthusiast, sums up the styling nicely.
This takes into account the styling that Nissan has on their other cars, like the Maxima and the Altima and stuff. So I think it's more blended into their lineup than the previous Leaf was.
Everybody wants to know about range. Out of the gate, the new Leaf does not match the Chevy Bolt EV or Tesla Model 3. It goes about 150 miles.
We talked to our customers, and what they really wanted was a vehicle that added a little more range, a little more technology, but at that below $30,000 price. And they felt like 150-mile range was enough for them as long as they could get it at below $30,000. So some of the competitors you'll see, their price premium is a little bit higher than us to get that 200-mile range. Now we will have a longer range vehicle that comes out next model year that you'll see, and we'll talk a little bit more about.
It's my experience with electric cars that most people don't really need more than 120 miles a day, so this is actually a good compromise between range and affordability. Leaf starts at just under 30 grand before tax credits. The new Leaf is faster with a more powerful electric drivetrain that delivers 147 horsepower and 236 pound-feet of torque. Remaining a single-speed car, there's no real transmission. The charge port has been reoriented so it's easier to plug in with less stress on the charge cord. Unfortunately, this is a static model and I can't drive it. But one of the things that Nissan is talking up is the e-pedal, which allows one-pedal driving.
This does activate regen and friction braking. E-pedal will also, if you're on a slope, it will stop the car and bring it to a hold and stop until you engage the pedal again. Same way on a decline. So other systems don't do that. There are e-pedal on other vehicles, but to bring it to a complete stop, our vehicle does do that for you.
The interior, which will also be available in black, looks like any standard car, taking a similar approach to the Bolt EV rather than the sparse single touchscreen look of the Model 3. That's no accident.
And that's the step that we wanted to take to make customers feel like they were driving a regular car, and it didn't feel so Spartan or EV-like. So we've really plussed up the design on this vehicle. We've added the 7-inch screen in there. We've added the power seat option now that you've got. So there's a lot of new features and enhanced interior to make that feel like a really enjoyable car.
They included a number of improvements. The materials on this new one are a step up, and the top trim levels will get all sorts of creature comforts like a heated steering wheel. Love those. In the brief time I had with it, the user interface looks pretty much standard for Nissan. It also includes Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. See these sensors? That means the new Leaf has a lot of safety tech.
But ProPilot Assist being our semi-autonomous technology that allows you to keep a lane-centered, the vehicle lane-centered as you're driving down the road in single lane usage. So you can set that ProPilot Assist, drive down the road, and it will keep you in the lane. Also, the second part of that, ProPilot Assist, is almost like an advanced intelligent cruise control. So as the car in front of you starts to slow down, your car will slow down. It'll even come to a complete stop.
Leaf remains a very useful car with seatbelts for 5. It will be good for a family of 4. Production assistant Martin Campbell is about my size, 5'9", and doesn't seem to have any issues.
Yeah, I like it. It's roomy. Soft interior, good headroom.
Footroom looks okay. Knee and legroom are just fine for a car this size. I don't see any power ports offhand, so he might have a problem charging his phone. Competition in the EV market is heating up with some great choices and more affordable prices.
So you have a request for a Model 3 in.
Yes, I do.
Are you going to switch and go to a Leaf?
Maybe when the SL comes out. So it's very, very tempting. So it's certainly a lot less money than a comparably equipped Tesla is.
The press launch of the second generation Leaf is set for December, and I'll have driving impressions then. In the meantime, it looks like Nissan has done a solid job of turning over a new Leaf.